Hi, it's Beth here. Episode 314. Okay, so I was up at 4 a.m. last night. Not unusual. Sometimes I do my best work, which isn't very good, but I have a clear mind or I'm not on my phone or... Anyway, and there is this too. F. Scott Fitzgerald in the 1920s said that every hour for Zelda was 4 a.m. She went crazy. Okay, it is a crazy time. So last night, I'm up and I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything wrong, not doing anything good. Completely innocent. Kid gets up, goes to the bathroom, comes back. I'm like, hi, how you doing? Let's talk. He hates that, but, it's better than sitting there with your own thoughts. So he started talking to me and he said, I just had a dream. I'm like, great. Tell me about the dream. So he tells me that he had this dream where we were going on a trip, which is like we travel well together. Life is hard, but we travel well together. And I don't take much luggage, which is like the best thing about me. So I'm like, oh, great. And so he goes, yeah, so we're heading on this trip and it's kind of a trip for me. I'm like, oh, isn't that great? That's the kind of person I am, yeah. And he goes, and you start. I'm like, what? What do you mean I start? He goes, you start your pouty thing. I'm like, I don't have a pouty thing. He goes, you do. And it's when we're doing things for me. And I said, no. That is when I am at my most magnificent. When I'm a saint, when I'm a martyr, that's when I give the most beautiful, like the thornbird, the bird that sings the most beautiful song in Australia when it's dying. That is me. He's like, well, that's how you are in the beginning. But at the end, I pay for it. I'm like, that is wrong. This is why older couples are divorcing. He's got a whole different version of my life than I do. And so I said, how can you say that? I said, it doesn't always happen. He said, it does. Every single time. He used a big word. I can't remember it. Like indubitably or something. I mean, he was really sure. So we went through a few and indubitably I crack. I do. And I admit it. I crack. I can't be a martyr forever. It's really, really hard to be self-sacrificing, especially if you're not getting constant accolades for it, which is what I'm doing it for. And I said, okay, that's true. But don't you just love the ride? Don't you just love how wonderful it is when I'm being self-sacrificing? I mean, I'm beatific. I'm beautiful. It's like all I say is, what would you like? Let's do what you want. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying it myself. Isn't that amazing? And he goes, no, because I pay for it. There's always fallout. Always. It's always on the back burner and it's coming up to a boil and it's going to get me. I'm like, that is so wrong. Why don't you enjoy the roller coaster ride as it's going up? Click, 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 click. And you get to see all the mountains and everything around the amusement park. Why don't you enjoy that? Because it's going to go down. Oh my gosh. This was my only thing that I completely prided myself in. This ability to be self-sacrificing for some time, some length of time. I give it everything I have, every drop. I'm on empty by the time I crack and start yelling at him. It's like so unfair. And he didn't even see it. I couldn't believe it. This happened last night. I've been I fell back asleep, thank God, because I couldn't keep thinking about it. That was my best work. I was closing in on sainthood. I really, really was. I mean, I don't know if anything like this has happened to you. You should email me at Beth Webster. What is it called? Over 65 and talking. I've got a email. Email me. Just let me see if I'm the only one. This is what happens after 6 years of marriage. Whatever we're closing in on. It's like all the fantasies all the dreams are shot. That's why people want grandchildren, so they can look at somebody new and maybe, impact their lives in a better way from all the things they've learned. We don't have grandchildren. And my dogs just love me if I give them a treat. They're so simple, it's not fair. So that's the thing. Then I read this about 4 a.m. Okay, 4 a.m. is a problem for me. Or it's great. I can't tell. Sometimes I think of things like I left laundry in the washing machine that I didn't put in the dryer. Really valuable information because I'm fighting this mildew problem. Sharp as a tack. A 46-year-old tack in my marriage, or a 76-year-old tack, or 77. I don't even know what I am. Born in 54, can't do the math. Okay, but successful people are saying waking up at 4 a.m. is why they're successful. I wonder if it's because they can't self-loathe. You can't, that's the other thing I do at 4 a.m. I self-loathe, and that's what F. Scott Fitzgerald was talking about. All the thank you notes she didn't write for wedding presents she received, which you called people instead, but that doesn't matter in the South. I mean, it's not fair. A lot of people want you to call them and write a thank you note. I didn't know that till very much later on. When I got in trouble, people told the truth, just like always. Everybody keeps things bottled up for a certain length of time, like 30 years, and then it just spills out. So now I find that my most beatific self, that was phony but so beautiful. I swear I was glowing every time I did it. This, let's do whatever you want. No, my happiness is your happiness. I would use this soft tone, just like I imagine the saints. And I would have a glow behind me. I know it. I felt it. I'm sweating about this right now because I'm so upset that he didn't enjoy going up the roller coaster to see all the beautiful views. I loved that when I was a kid. I forgot all about coming down. I didn't care. The click, 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 getting higher and higher. That's what we were doing in our marriage. But he's like grounded or realistic or something. He doesn't care how high we go up. He's thinking that's how far I'm going to come down, which is the truth. So in the dream, we canceled this trip. So we're going on this great trip. And it's for him, probably the Galapagos Islands, where the turtles have no manners and you have to wear boots. That did me in. I don't care what Charles Darwin saw. I would not be able to take my feet off the ground and my disgusting boots that had turtle guano on them. I couldn't do it. So I think it must have been the Galapagos that we were going to. And I was getting in, on the bus or wherever to go on the tour or on the plane. I think it was getting on the plane even. He didn't even let me get on the plane with my beatific state of mind. He just said, we're not going. He just canceled the whole trip because he knew. That's what happened in his dream. He wasn't even upset. So that's what I'm living with. I'm living with someone who actually knows me. It's just so depressing. I thought I fooled him. So anyway, I don't know if waking up at 4 a.m. is the answer, although everyone says highly, highly successful people. Those 7 things they're doing? They're not doing any of them anymore. All they're doing is waking up at 4 a.m. now. I can see why, but it's really early in the morning, and I don't think anything good ever happened anywhere in the world before 8:30 in the morning. Never. So you got 4.5 hours when nothing's going to happen. I don't get it. So anyway, 4 a.m. musing. I don't know if I'm going to ask him what he's dreaming anymore. I just don't know if I can take one more hit. I think that was the last thing I was really proud of. The last, thing I created. The beautiful, my mother version, I don't know. I just can't look at it like I used to. I see birthday parties and everybody's like, yay, happy birthday. And I remember myself throwing everything in the green bag at the end going, people hiding from me, even the dog. I remember cleanups now and it ruins everything. I think Matt still thinks I'm fine. Oh, I do want to tell you this lovely story. So I'm looking for lovely news. Okay. There is this girl. Oh my gosh, I want Matt to marry her so badly. I don't know where she lives and I don't care. She's fantastic. She's one of 6, so she's the baby. She has given up her career. I don't know if I want a girl to do that, but it's so nice to be with her mom who has a brain cancer for 2 years. And the mom is so sweet and they're so cute together. And the mom's just like, I wanted to see you in a wedding dress. I just wanted to see you in a wedding dress. Go shopping for a wedding dress. So this girl who isn't even engaged gets a limousine. They go to the church. They pick up the mom's best friends and her best friend. And they go shopping for wedding gowns so that the mom can see her daughter in a wedding gown. She's not even engaged. She is so pretty and so sweet. And I just keep thinking about her. What a lovely, lovely girl. She's got the heart and the soul of an angel. That's just what I wanted to be in my fantasy. But she really is. She's a catch. She's a catch. I just know that article came out. So they went to the second bridal shower place. And that girl who owned it had done the same thing for her own mother. So she kind of videoed it and got the word out. The girl didn't even want anything. And I know that because that happened, some beautiful guy somewhere is going to see it. So that's why I'm saying today. And I will be back. Thanks. Bye-bye.